Chosen one, listen to me carefully. What I am about to share is not for everyone. This message is urgent, precise, and divinely timed. If you are not walking the path of God, if you are not serious about your spiritual calling, you should not continue watching. Only those who are truly chosen by God will feel something stirring in their spirit right now. And if you are still here, it is because this message was meant to reach you at this exact moment in your life. This is not a coincidence. Heaven does not waste timing. Chosen one, their life is now in your hand. God has gifted you a power that few can carry and even fewer can understand. What you do next, what you choose next, and how you stand in this season will affect more than just you. I know your soul has been heavy. I know you have been questioning why everything feels so intense lately. Stay with me until the end, because what you are about to hear will bring clarity, peace, and strength to your spirit in a way you did not expect. Before we continue, chosen ones, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon so you never miss a message meant for you, and comment 777 in the comments to declare that you are aligned with the divine assignment God has placed on your life. Now let me speak directly to your spirit.
The hidden weight of being chosen. Chosen one, there is a weight you carry that most people will never see, and even fewer will ever understand. It is not written on your face, and it is not always spoken from your lips, but it rests deep in your spirit. You have felt it since you were young, a quiet pressure, a sense that your life was never meant to be ordinary. While others moved through life lightly, you felt everything more deeply, and for a long time, you did not know why. Let me say this clearly, so your mind can finally rest. That weight is not a burden meant to break you. It is a mark of trust. God does not place heavy spiritual responsibility on fragile souls. If He allowed this weight to rest on you, it is because He knew you could carry it, even on the days when you doubted yourself. Many chosen ones grow up feeling different without being able to explain it. You tried to fit in, but something always felt off. Conversations felt shallow, crowds felt draining. You could sense emotions in a room before anyone spoke. You picked up on things others ignored, and because of that, you often felt misunderstood. Not because you were complicated, but because your spirit operated on a deeper level. This is why your life has felt heavier than most. While others were learning how to survive, you were learning how to endure. While others chased comfort, you were being taught patience. While others avoided pain, you were shaped by it. God was not being cruel to you, He was preparing you. Chosen ones are often given responsibilities early in life. You may have had to grow up faster than you should have. You may have learned how to stay strong before you learned how to feel safe. You may have been the one others leaned on, even when you yourself were empty. That was not accidental. God was strengthening your inner foundation long before He revealed why. Let me speak to the exhaustion you feel. There are days when you are tired, not physically, but spiritually. You wake up already drained. Your mind feels crowded. Your heart feels heavy without a clear reason. And you wonder why rest never seems to fully restore you. That exhaustion is not weakness. It is the result of carrying spiritual awareness in a world that does not honor it. You process life differently. You do not just experience events, you absorb them. Other people move on quickly, but you reflect, you analyze, you pray, you question. That depth is a gift, but it also comes with weight. And for a long time, no one taught you how to manage it. Chosen one, let me remove another lie that has quietly lived in your mind. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. Your emotional depth is not a liability. Your empathy is not a weakness. These qualities were given to you because God intended to use them. Hardened hearts cannot heal others. Detached souls cannot carry divine assignments. But here is the part many never tell you. Being chosen does not mean you are always strong. It means you are resilient. It means you break, but you rebuild. It means you feel deeply, but you do not surrender. God did not choose you because you never fall. He chose you because you always rise with wisdom. This is why loneliness has followed you at different stages of your life. Not because you are unlovable, but because your spirit requires alignment, not just companionship. You have walked away from people without fully understanding why. Something felt off, even when everything looked right on the surface. That was discernment awakening within you. Chosen ones often feel isolated before they feel empowered. God separates before He elevates. He pulls you away from noise so you can hear Him clearly. And yes, that separation hurts. It feels unfair. It feels confusing. But it is necessary. You have also questioned yourself more than others. You replay conversations. You wonder if you did the right thing. You feel responsible for outcomes that were never fully in your control. This is because you carry a heightened sense of responsibility. You do not move carelessly. You know, even if subconsciously, that your choices carry weight. Let me speak peace into that part of you that feels overwhelmed. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not too much. You are becoming. The pressure you feel is not there to crush you, but to refine you. Pressure shapes diamonds. It does not destroy them. Chosen one, if your life has felt heavy, it is because God trusted you with weight before He showed you the reason. And now, as you listen to this message, understand this. You are not carrying this alone anymore. Awareness brings relief. Understanding brings rest, and clarity brings strength. Take a breath. You were never weak. You were always chosen. God's transfer of authority into your hands. Chosen one, I want you to slow your mind and listen carefully to what I am about to say. Authority is not something God gives lightly. He does not hand it to the careless, the unstable, or the unprepared. Authority is transferred only after the soul has been tested, refined, and proven faithful in silence. And the reason your life has unfolded the way it has is because God has been preparing you for a transfer you did not even know was coming. You see, power and authority are not the same. Many people desire power because they want control. But authority is different. Authority comes with responsibility, restraint, and wisdom. Authority is the ability to influence outcomes without force. It is the capacity to carry weight without becoming heavy. And God only entrusts this kind of authority to those who have learned humility through hardship. You have lived through seasons where you felt powerless. Moments where no matter how hard you tried, things did not move. Doors stayed closed, answers were delayed, people misunderstood you. And in those moments, you were being taught something essential. God was teaching you how to surrender outcomes while remaining obedient. That lesson is the foundation of true authority. Authority is not about demanding results. It is about alignment. When a chosen one is aligned with God, their presence alone shifts environments. Their words carry weight even when spoken softly. Their decisions create ripples beyond what they can see. This is not imagination. This is spiritual law. God's transfer of authority into your hands did not happen in a single moment. It happened gradually, through endurance. Every time you chose integrity when no one was watching, authority increased. Every time you forgave when you could have become bitter, authority deepened. Every time you stayed faithful in seasons of uncertainty, God expanded your capacity. Chosen one, you may not have noticed, but people already respond differently to you. Some are drawn to you without knowing why. Others feel uncomfortable around you without being able to explain it. This is not about personality. This is spiritual influence. Authority changes how others perceive you, even before you speak. Let me be clear, so there is no confusion. This authority is not for ego. The moment ego enters, authority weakens. God did not choose you to dominate others. He chose you to steward moments, to guide direction, and to bring clarity where there is confusion. Authority in God's kingdom always serves, never oppresses. There were times when you wanted recognition, times when you wanted validation, times when you felt invisible despite your effort. God withheld applause on purpose. He was protecting you. Early recognition can corrupt authority. Praise before preparation creates pride, and pride fractures spiritual power. You learned how to stand without being seen. You learned how to continue without encouragement. You learned how to trust God without guarantees. These lessons were not wasted. They were necessary. Now, as authority settles into your life, you may feel a shift, a subtle confidence that does not come from achievement, a calm knowing that you do not need to prove yourself, a discernment that makes you pause before acting. That is authority awakening. Authority also brings awareness. You are more conscious of your words now. You notice how easily things can be spoken into existence or shut down by negativity. This is not superstition. God has sharpened your understanding of spiritual cause and effect. Life responds to alignment. Chosen one, there is a reason God did not give this authority earlier. You were still learning how to hold it without hurting yourself or others. Immature authority creates chaos. Mature authority creates peace. And peace is one of the clearest signs that God is present. Let me address the fear that may rise in you when you hear this. You may think, am I ready for this responsibility? That question itself is proof that you are. The unprepared rush forward without reflection. The chosen pause, pray, and proceed with wisdom. Authority does not mean you will never struggle again. It means you will struggle differently. You will respond rather than react. You will listen before you speak. You will move when led, not when pressured. God's authority in your hands also means boundaries. You are learning to say no without guilt. You are stepping back without explaining yourself. You are protecting your energy without apologizing. This is not selfishness. This is stewardship. There are also moments when you feel the urge to intervene, to speak, to act on behalf of others. Be discerning. Authority does not mean you fix everything. It means you act when God instructs you to. Silence is sometimes more powerful than action. Chosen one, understand this deeply. God trusts you. Heaven would not place authority in hands that could not handle it. You are not imagining this shift. You are stepping into it. And as this authority settles, you will notice something beautiful. The pressure you once felt begins to transform into purpose. The confusion gives way to clarity. The weight becomes manageable because now you understand why you carry it. This authority was not given to overwhelm you. It was given to align you. And when you walk in alignment, life responds. Hold this truth gently but firmly in your spirit. You are not becoming someone else. You are finally becoming who God prepared you to be all along. Chosen one, this authority will also teach you patience in a new way. You will feel less rushed by the world and more led by God's timing. What once triggered anxiety will now invite discernment. You will sense when to move forward and when to wait, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. This is how divine authority protects you. It slows you down enough to hear God clearly, yet strengthens you enough to act without hesitation when the moment arrives. You are not late. You are precisely positioned. The life placed in your hands, what it really means. Chosen one, when you hear the words "their life is now in your hand," your mind may try to interpret it through fear, pressure, or misunderstanding. I want you to release all of that right now. God does not place lives into the hands of his chosen ones to burden them with anxiety. He does it to activate awareness, responsibility, and sacred influence. This is not about control. This is about stewardship. Let me bring calm to your spirit first. God has not made you responsible for outcomes that only he can control. You are not being asked to carry the weight of another soul's destiny alone. What has been placed in your hands is influence, timing, and presence. And influence, when guided by God, can change the direction of a life without force or manipulation. Chosen ones carry a quiet power. You may not speak often, but when you do, your words linger. You may not always act loudly, but your actions leave impressions. God has shaped you to be someone whose presence alone can bring clarity, comfort, or conviction. This is why people open up to you unexpectedly. This is why strangers tell you things they have never told anyone else. You are a safe space, not because you tried to be, but because God formed you that way. When God places a life in your hands, it often happens through moments, not titles. A conversation at the right time, a word spoken gently when someone was ready to give up, a decision you made that unknowingly created space for someone else to heal. These moments may seem small to you, but in the spiritual realm, they are significant. You have probably walked away from interactions wondering why they felt heavy, even though nothing dramatic happened. That weight was awareness. You sensed that what you said or did not say mattered. Chosen ones are often unaware of how much influence they carry until God reveals it. Let me be very clear here. This is not about saving people. Only God saves. This is about being used as a vessel through which God can reach hearts that are closed, wounded, or lost. You are not the source. You are the channel. This understanding should bring relief, not pressure. Because when you realize you are a channel, you stop trying to force results. You become present. You listen more. You speak with intention. You allow God to move through you rather than trying to move for Him. Chosen one, there is also a reason why God did not explain this responsibility earlier in your life. You would have tried to carry it with fear. You would have overextended yourself. You would have taken on guilt that was never yours. Now, you have the maturity to hold this truth with balance. You may notice that when you are aligned, things around you shift naturally. Tension eases. Conversations soften. Conflicts resolve without confrontation. This is not coincidence. This is alignment at work. God uses your inner state to influence outer outcomes. There will also be times when you feel the weight of knowing that something you did or did not do mattered deeply to someone else. When that happens, do not punish yourself. Reflect, learn, and release it to God. Guilt does not improve influence. Wisdom does. Chosen ones must learn this early. You are accountable for obedience, not results. When God instructs you to speak, speak. When He instructs you to be silent, be silent. The outcome belongs to Him. There is a sacred balance you are learning. Compassion without attachment. Responsibility without control. Love without rescue. This balance protects both you and the person God is working through you to reach. Some people will misunderstand your role. They may project expectations onto you. They may lean too heavily. This is where discernment becomes essential. Not every cry is an assignment. Not every need is yours to meet. God will always make your assignment clear when you remain connected to Him. Let me speak to the fear of making mistakes. You will make them. That does not disqualify you. What matters is your willingness to remain humble and teachable. God corrects gently when the heart is aligned. You may also notice that as this responsibility becomes clearer, your tolerance for manipulation, drama, and chaos decreases. You are not becoming cold, you are becoming focused. Your spirit recognizes that peace is necessary for clarity. Chosen one, the life placed in your hands may not be just one person. It may be seasons, environments, or even future generations influenced by the choices you make now. You may never see the full impact in this lifetime. That is okay. God sees it. This responsibility is also why your words matter more now. Speak life. Speak truth gently. Speak less when emotions are high. Silence, when guided by God, can protect more than words ever could. Understand this deeply. God did not choose you because you are perfect. He chose you because you are available, aware, and willing to grow. And that is enough. As you settle into this truth, the fear will fade, the pressure will soften. What will remain is purpose, quiet, steady, and grounded. You are not holding someone's life in your hand to control it. You are holding a moment in time where your obedience can align with God's will. And that is a sacred place to stand. Take another breath. You are not overwhelmed. You are entrusted. Chosen one, there is another layer to this truth that your spirit is ready to understand now. When God places a life in your hands, He is also teaching you responsibility over your own inner world. You cannot guide, influence, or protect what God is working on through you if your spirit is constantly unsettled. This is why your inner peace has become non-negotiable. God is training you to guard your heart, because whatever flows through you first passes through your inner state. You may have noticed that when you are emotionally drained, your clarity weakens, your patience shortens, your discernment blurs. That is not failure, that is feedback. God is showing you that rest, stillness, and reflection are now part of your assignment. You are no longer called to operate from exhaustion. You are called to operate from alignment. This is why some connections have faded without explanation. God did not remove them to punish you or isolate you. He removed them to reduce noise. Too many voices distort clarity. Too many demands dilute authority. God is simplifying your environment so your influence remains pure. Chosen one, understand this. You are not responsible for convincing anyone of anything. You are not here to argue truth into people. Your life itself carries a message. The way you respond under pressure, the way you choose peace over reaction, the way you walk away instead of proving a point. These choices speak louder than words ever could. There will be moments when someone's healing depends on you not stepping in. This may sound uncomfortable, but it is true. Sometimes God uses absence to teach dependence on Him, not on you. Knowing when to step back is just as important as knowing when to step forward. This is wisdom. You're also learning restraint. Not every truth must be spoken immediately. Not every revelation is meant to be shared. God reveals in layers, not all at once. When you respect timing, you protect the work He is doing in others. Chosen one, let me remove another hidden pressure. You are not meant to carry emotional responsibility for how others respond to God's work through you. If someone rejects wisdom, that does not make you ineffective. If someone resists growth, that does not mean you failed. Free will still exists. God honors it, and so must you. This understanding will free you. You will stop overthinking interactions. You will stop replaying conversations in your mind. You will stop asking yourself if you did enough. You did what you were instructed to do. That is enough. As this clarity settles, you will notice a shift in how you carry yourself. Your posture changes, your voice softens, your reactions slow down. This is not passivity. This is authority under control. Controlled strength is far more powerful than uncontrolled force. Chosen ones do not rush to be heard. They speak when it matters. They do not chase influence. Influence follows them. They do not fear responsibility. They respect it. God has also been teaching you boundaries through discomfort. When something feels draining now, it is because your spirit recognizes misalignment faster than before. Do not ignore that. Discernment is a form of protection. There will be moments when you feel the weight of knowing that your presence matters. Let that awareness humble you, not frighten you. Humility keeps authority pure. Pride corrupts it. Fear paralyzes it. Balance sustains it. Chosen one, the life placed in your hands is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be present, obedient, and grounded. When you walk in those three things, God does the rest. You are not standing in this position by accident. You are standing here because heaven trusts you, and heaven does not make mistakes. Let this truth settle gently into your spirit. You are not overwhelmed by this responsibility. You are growing into it. Why this power awakened now? Chosen one, if this power had awakened earlier in your life, it would have overwhelmed you. That is the truth many are not ready to hear. God never moves ahead of your maturity. He moves with precision, not urgency. And the reason this authority is surfacing now is because your spirit has finally reached a place where it can hold it without breaking. You may feel like everything intensified suddenly. Your thoughts became deeper, your emotions became sharper, your discernment became unavoidable. You started seeing through things you once ignored. People, patterns, motives, and intentions became clearer. This did not happen randomly. This is what awakening looks like when it is guided by God, not driven by ego. There are seasons in life where God allows you to remain unaware for your own protection. You were not delayed. You were shielded. Had you carried this level of awareness while you were still healing old wounds, you would have confused responsibility with guilt. You would have tried to save everyone and lost yourself in the process. God waited until you learned the difference between compassion and self-sacrifice. Chosen one, the timing of God is not based on your age, your success, or your visibility. It is based on your inner stability. You can only be entrusted with power when your identity is no longer fragile. And something shifted inside you recently. You stopped chasing approval. You stopped needing validation. You became quieter but stronger. That inner shift is what opened the door for this awakening. This season feels different because it is different. You are no longer being prepared. You are being positioned. Preparation teaches endurance. Positioning requires discernment. Now, your decisions matter more because your influence has increased. You may have noticed that certain distractions no longer satisfy you. Conversations that once entertained you now feel empty. Environments you once tolerated now feel draining. This is not judgment, this is clarity. God is refining your appetite so you are not pulled away from what truly matters. Chosen one, power awakens when alignment is complete. Alignment between your values, your faith, and your identity. In earlier seasons, parts of you were still at war with each other. You wanted peace, but you were still trying to please people. You wanted purpose, but you feared rejection. Those inner conflicts diluted your authority. Now, they are resolving. This awakening is also happening because cycles are closing. You are finishing lessons that once kept repeating. The same emotional triggers do not control you the way they used to. The same temptations no longer have power over you. This is maturity, and maturity unlocks trust. God does not give new authority while old wounds still dictate reactions. He waits until healing brings stability. That is why you had to sit with discomfort, why answers were delayed, why silence became familiar. Silence teaches listening, and listening is essential for leadership. Chosen one, this power awakened now because the world around you is also shifting. People are searching for grounding, for truth, for calm. Chaos creates opportunity for clarity. God positions his chosen ones in seasons where their presence becomes necessary, not just helpful. You are not called to add to the noise, you are called to anchor peace. That assignment requires maturity. It requires restraint. It requires the ability to stay centered when others are panicking. That ability is now present in you. You may feel an urgency, but it is not anxiety. It is readiness. Anxiety pushes. Readiness waits and acts when led. Learn the difference. God's urgency is calm. It is steady. It does not rush you into mistakes. Let me speak to the confusion you may still feel. Awakening does not come with a full map. God reveals the next step, not the entire path. This keeps you dependent on him, not on your own understanding. Trust grows through obedience, not certainty. You are also awakening now because you have learned humility. You know your limits. You know you need God. Early power without humility leads to collapse. Late power with humility leads to legacy. Chosen one, this season is asking you to trust the process you once questioned. Everything that did not make sense before is aligning now. The delays, the detours, the disappointments, they were shaping discernment, not punishing you. This awakening is not about doing more, it is about being more intentional. Fewer words, clearer choices, stronger boundaries, deeper faith. You may also notice a stronger resistance when you are close to alignment. Doubt may whisper louder. Fatigue may surface unexpectedly. This is not a sign to stop. It is a sign to ground yourself deeper. Resistance often appears before stabilization. Chosen one, power awakens when the soul becomes calm enough to carry it. Chaos cannot hold authority. Peace can. This is why God waited. This is why now. You are not late, you are not early. You are exactly where heaven intended you to be. And this awakening is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to settle you into who you truly are. Take a moment to let that truth rest in you. You are ready. Chosen one, there is something else you must understand about why this power awakened now. God does not awaken authority when the heart is desperate. He awakens it when the heart is settled. Desperation creates impulsive movement. Settlement creates discernment. And discernment is what protects both you and those influenced by your life. You have reached a season where you no longer need to rush your becoming. Earlier in your life, you wanted answers immediately. You wanted clarity quickly. You wanted relief without delay. Now, something has changed. You have learned how to sit with uncertainty without losing your faith. That ability alone tells heaven that you are ready. This power awakened now because you finally understand that waiting is not wasted time. Waiting refines intention. Waiting strips away ego. Waiting reveals what truly matters. God waited until you stopped demanding timelines and started trusting process. Chosen one, notice how your prayers have changed. You no longer ask only for things. You ask for wisdom, for clarity, for alignment, for peace. That shift is not small. It signals maturity. God responds to prayers rooted in surrender more than prayers rooted in urgency. You are also more honest with yourself now. You no longer hide behind spiritual language to avoid emotional truth. You acknowledge your fears without letting them control you. You face your weaknesses without shame. That honesty is essential. Authority cannot rest on denial. This awakening is happening now because you have learned how to pause. You do not react the way you once did. You step back, you observe, you listen. In that pause, God speaks. And what he speaks now carries more weight because you are finally listening without resistance. Chosen one, power awakens when identity becomes stable. Earlier, parts of you were still searching for belonging, still seeking validation, still measuring yourself against others. That instability would have fractured authority. Now you know who you are, even when no one affirms it. That inner security is rare, and heaven honors it. You may also notice that you are less interested in proving your faith and more interested in living it. You no longer argue truth. You embody it. This shift matters. God entrusts authority to those who reflect him quietly, not those who announce themselves loudly. There is also a divine urgency tied to timing beyond you. Others are entering seasons where your presence will matter. Your words will land differently. Your silence will speak louder. God aligns awakenings with assignments. This power surfaced now because the environment around you is ready to receive what you carry. Do not be surprised if opportunities arise that feel uncomfortable yet aligned. Growth often feels unfamiliar before it feels natural. Trust what resonates with peace, not what feeds fear. Chosen one, remember this. God does not awaken power to impress you. He awakens it to anchor you, to steady you, to position you as a point of calm in a shifting world. If you feel moments of doubt, do not panic. Doubt does not cancel readiness. It confirms awareness. Unaware souls never question their position. Aware souls do. This season is not asking you to change who you are. It is asking you to trust who you have become. Let the power settle. Do not rush to use it. Authority reveals itself naturally through alignment. You do not need to announce it. Those who are meant to recognize it will. You are ready not because you are perfect, but because you are grounded. And grounded souls carry heaven well. Stay present, stay humble, stay aligned. This awakening did not come early. It came right on time. How to carry this power without breaking yourself. Chosen one, power without wisdom exhausts the soul. That is why God did not awaken this authority in you until now. Carrying what God has placed in your hands requires a new way of living, thinking, and responding. If you try to carry this power the way you carried old responsibilities, you will feel overwhelmed. But if you carry it the way God intends, it will actually bring you peace. The first thing you must understand is this: you are no longer meant to operate from constant effort. Striving was necessary in earlier seasons because you were building endurance. Now, alignment replaces effort. When you are aligned with God, things flow with less resistance. That does not mean there will be no challenges. It means you will not be drained by every challenge. Rest is no longer optional for you. It is part of your assignment. This does not mean laziness. It means intentional restoration. God restores clarity through stillness. When you ignore rest, your discernment weakens. You become reactive instead of responsive. That is when mistakes happen. Chosen one, learn to recognize the difference between divine instruction and emotional urgency. Emotional urgency pushes you to act immediately. Divine instruction invites you to pause, pray, and proceed with peace. If something is from God, it will not require you to abandon wisdom. Boundaries are another essential part of carrying this power. Earlier in your life, you may have said yes too often. You tried to be there for everyone. You carried burdens that were not yours. That season taught you empathy, but it also taught you limits. Now, God is teaching you stewardship. Not every request deserves your energy. Not every problem requires your involvement. Saying no does not make you unloving. It makes you wise. Jesus himself withdrew from crowds to pray and rest. Withdrawal is not abandonment, it is preservation. Chosen one, you must also learn to release responsibility that does not belong to you. When someone refuses growth, that is not your failure. When someone misunderstands you, that is not always your correction to make. Carrying unnecessary guilt will drain you faster than any external challenge. Your emotional health matters. Pay attention to your inner signals. Irritability is a sign you need rest. Overthinking is a sign you need grounding. Numbness is a sign you need reconnection with God. These signals are not weaknesses, they are guidance. There will be moments when you feel the urge to fix things quickly. Resist that urge. Healing is not rushed. Growth is not forced. Sometimes your presence is enough. Sometimes your silence protects more than your words. Chosen one, let me speak about solitude. Solitude is different from isolation. Isolation drains you. Solitude restores you. God often speaks most clearly when distractions are removed. Do not fear quiet seasons. They are not empty. They are full of instruction. You also need to be mindful of what you consume mentally and emotionally. Too much negativity clouds discernment. Too much noise creates confusion. Choose what you allow into your mind carefully. You are not being restrictive. You are being responsible. This power requires humility. The moment you believe you are above rest, above correction, or above learning, you will feel strain. Humility keeps authority flexible. It allows God to adjust you without resistance. Chosen one, prayer for you now is not about begging God to move. It is about aligning yourself with what He is already doing. Short, sincere prayers carry more weight than long, distracted ones. Speak honestly. Listen attentively. You are also learning to forgive differently, not to excuse harm, but to release its hold on you. Holding on to resentment poisons your spirit and distorts clarity. Forgiveness is not for them, it is for you. There will be seasons where you feel alone, even while surrounded by people. That does not mean you are unsupported. It means God is strengthening your reliance on Him. Human support is valuable, but divine grounding is essential. Chosen one, do not measure your effectiveness by visible results. Measure it by obedience and peace. If you are obedient and at peace, you are aligned. When you feel overwhelmed, slow down. Breathe. Return to stillness. God is not rushing you. Heaven is not pressuring you. The pressure you feel is often internal, not divine. Let me say this clearly. You are not meant to carry this power perfectly. You are meant to carry it faithfully. Faithfulness includes rest, boundaries, humility, and trust. As you practice these things, you will notice something shift. The weight you once feared will become manageable. The responsibility will feel purposeful instead of heavy. The power will feel steady, not overwhelming. Chosen one, you do not break under divine authority when you carry it God's way. You are strengthened by it. Remain grounded, remain humble, remain connected. You are not alone in this. God walks with you, step by step. Chosen one, another way God protects you from breaking under this responsibility is by teaching you discernment over speed. You no longer need to respond immediately to everything that reaches you. Delayed responses are not disobedience, they are wisdom. When you slow down, you allow clarity to rise instead of emotion taking control. You are also learning how to separate compassion from absorption. You can care deeply without carrying what does not belong to you. This distinction will save your spirit. Empathy that absorbs pain without release leads to exhaustion. Empathy that observes with boundaries leads to healing. Pay attention to how your body responds to situations now. Tension, heaviness, or restlessness are signals, not inconveniences. God often speaks through peace or its absence. When something disrupts your peace consistently, it deserves prayer and re-evaluation. Chosen one, trust that stepping back is sometimes obedience. You do not need to explain every boundary. God sees your intention even when others misunderstand it. This power you carry does not demand constant output. It grows stronger in stillness. Allow yourself moments where you are not producing, fixing, or leading. Simply be. Those moments restore what responsibility drains. You are not fragile. You are protected, and as long as you continue to choose alignment over pressure, this power will strengthen you rather than wear you down. Stay rooted. God is sustaining you. The enemy's fear of what you carry. Chosen one, understand this clearly and without fear. Opposition does not rise against what is insignificant. Resistance does not target what has no impact. The very fact that you have faced confusion, delay, distraction, and inner battles is not proof of weakness. It is evidence of value. The enemy does not waste energy on empty vessels. The enemy fears what you carry, because what you carry brings clarity, and clarity dismantles deception. Your presence alone challenges environments built on fear, manipulation, or falsehood. Not because you are confrontational, but because truth disrupts darkness simply by existing. You may have noticed that as you grow calmer, the resistance grows subtler. The enemy rarely attacks chosen ones head-on. Instead, he whispers doubt. He creates fatigue. He amplifies overthinking. He nudges you to question your readiness. This is not random. Confusion is his favorite tool against discernment. Chosen one, let me bring peace to your mind. Not every difficult thought comes from the enemy. Some are simply part of growth. Discernment is knowing the difference. The enemy's goal is not always to stop you. Sometimes it is to slow you down just enough to make you doubt yourself. This is why your mind has been one of the main battlefields. The enemy knows that if he can exhaust your thoughts, he can dull your awareness. But what he underestimates is this. You have learned how to pause. You have learned how to pray. You have learned how to return to stillness. Stillness is dangerous to the enemy. Fear thrives in noise. Peace exposes lies. Chosen one, do not interpret resistance as a sign you are doing something wrong. Often, it is confirmation you are aligned. The enemy reacts most when progress is quiet and steady. Loud chaos is easier to manage. Calm authority is not. There will be moments when the enemy tries to use people close to you to create doubt. Not because those people are evil, but because they are human. Fear spreads easily through concern. Learn to filter voices. Not every opinion deserves access to your spirit. You are also learning that spiritual attacks do not always feel dramatic. Sometimes they feel like fatigue without reason, disinterest in things that once brought clarity, a subtle urge to isolate completely instead of resting intentionally. These are signals to ground yourself, not panic. Chosen one, here is a truth that will steady you. The enemy cannot steal what God has sealed. He can distract, he can delay, he can deceive, but he cannot override divine authority. What God has placed in you is protected by his hand. This is why peace is your strongest defense. When you remain calm, the enemy loses leverage. When you do not react impulsively, his strategies weaken. Reaction feeds chaos. Response anchored in prayer dissolves it. Let me speak to the fear of being attacked spiritually. You are not alone in this. God does not send chosen ones into battle unprotected. Angels are assigned, wisdom is given, boundaries are formed. You are not exposed. Chosen one, the enemy fears what you carry because you do not need to fight to win. Your obedience does more damage than confrontation ever could. When you walk away instead of engaging, you starve his influence. You may feel moments of heaviness before breakthroughs. Do not mistake this as defeat. Pressure often increases right before release. The enemy presses hardest when he senses loss of control. But remember this, he reacts. God leads. Chosen one, you are not here to obsess over opposition. You are here to stay aligned. Focus strengthens purpose. Fear weakens clarity. Keep your eyes on God, not the resistance. As you grow, you will become less reactive to spiritual noise. What once unsettled you will no longer move you. This is growth. This is authority maturing. The enemy's fear is not your burden to carry. It is your confirmation. Walk forward without fear. You are protected. You are guided. You are steady. And nothing that stands against God's will for your life will succeed. Rest in that truth. Conclusion. Step forward without fear. Chosen one, take a deep breath and let everything you have heard settle gently into your spirit. You were never called to walk this path in fear. God does not gift authority to confuse you or burden you. He gifts it to anchor you, guide you, and position you exactly where you need to be. You are not holding this responsibility because you are perfect. You are holding it because you are willing, aware, and aligned. God saw your endurance when no one else did. He saw your faith in silent seasons. He saw your growth in moments where you thought nothing was happening. Nothing was wasted. Step forward now without hesitation. Not rushed, not pressured, just steady. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to explain yourself. Walk in obedience and let God handle the outcomes. Peace is your confirmation that you are aligned. Remember this always. God never misplaces power. He never entrusts authority to the wrong hands. If this message reached you, it is because you are ready to carry what He has placed within you. Before you leave, chosen ones, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon so you stay connected to messages meant for you, and share this with other chosen ones who need this clarity right now. And comment 777 in the comments as a declaration that you are stepping fully into alignment with the divine assignment God has given you. Walk forward calmly. Walk forward confidently. God walks with you. You are chosen, you are trusted, and you are exactly where you need to be.